What's your go-to at McDonald's?
No, I'll tell you Burger King. We did the double.
Burger King kind of sucks.
Yeah.
No,
the BK Lounge can hit.
I disagree completely.
You like Burger King over McDonald's?
That's your worst take, I think.
Absolutely.
I'll be honest, they gave us a paper with questions to ask. You know, they gave us a script to ask, but we didn't really follow it. I wish we could go back in time and fucking grill them 1,000 times harder. We have a lot of Muslim friends. We've been to fucking Dagestan. We all know what's in our heart. We fucking walked in there and we weren't fucking ready for it. And we walked in there uneducated. And I can admit that.
Oh my god, Kyle, Steiny, you would have done this so much better, I'm gonna be honest. Good everyone! Today's video, for my commentary side, I want to cover the insane controversy between the Nelk boys, Kyle and Steiny, with the recent interview with the pro-Medic leader, the Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu. And if you live on a rock, then you probably don't know him. And if you live, up here with us, he's not a great guy. He's not like a grey around guy, to be interviewing and have like a good time with at all. He's a very sick individual, in my opinion. But real quick, right, before I dampen the mood with some depressing shit, I want to make you guys happy real quick by sharing my gaming clips on this channel, which I have plenty of, and they're all hilarious. For example, like this tiny clip from today's episode. Ew! 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 That's nasty, eh? That's fucked up. Oh, don't turn around. Oh, shit. I know you love that shit. Admit it. But anywho, right, if you guys want to check that out, it's on this channel, watching your own spare time. If you want to, I'd appreciate it. Anywho, right, real quick. So this episode came out on the Full Send podcast, and it's like an hour long, and through, they give this guy, this war criminal, very softball questions, barely pushing back on it. And similar to like the Nelk boys branding, they have like the same threat energy through. So like they have the normal intro, as always. Israel! Whoa! Happy Dad! Kyle! Full Send! All that awesome shit. And
Before we get into
and also opening up with a sponsor for Price Picks, or like some crypto shit real quick. Price Picks, there we go. Bring on this insane politician who's very questionable and promoting good old Price Picks at the beginning. That's great. So again, like they're already like red sign. I mean, again, I think like they already red flags in the beginning, because why are the Nelk boys interviewing Benjamin Netanyahu? That makes no sense. But then if you get past that and you get past the sponsor, it's even more laughable. Because then like it was hosted by Steiny and Kyle, and the best getup they could put on for his interview was this one. Put it up. Hurry up now! Holy shit!
This is fucking nuts.
Look, Steiny, to wear a very typical a blazer, a button-up shirt with the collar untucked. They're very fancy. I love that. And Kyle,
This is so crazy. We are so not qualified.
oh my god. Did they get ready in like 5 minutes? Holy shit. Oh my god. Again, I love the Nelk boys. Peace and love. They're great. But again, you should not be dabbling into this, like bring on a person like him. Especially, if your entire branding, the Nelk boys, is, like frat boy energy, all that crazy shit. Because you lose that branding, you lose that demographic when you interview someone like Netanyahu, like that guy. Like it's very insane, right? Because what branch of politics would like him? The left, the right, not that many people. A very subsect of like schizos in the world, in America, and odds are they're not watching this at all. So again, it's like an hour long podcast. I'm not gonna watch it at all.
Your property. That's
The one thing I would give this guy kudos for a tiny bit, don't blame me, is that he has a very nice voice.
opposite of everything we believe in. I say, it's not
Oh
only
my
Israel.
god, dude.
It's you.
Bro, like that's the voice you get from like smoking cigars, drinking whiskey, killing Palestinians. Okay, I'm joking. But again, like to give like a small anecdote, of how unserious this is. At some point, like Benjamin Netanyahu brings up the debate of McDonald's or Burger King. And like at that point you realize, good God, all of this is so unserious. They just don't give a shit.
Okay. And we'd land on an occasional visit to New York. You know what the first thing we did? McDonald's. And to be honest, Burger King. I like Burger King more.
What's your go-to at McDonald's?
No, I'll tell you Burger King. We did the double,
Whopper?
the double.
I haven't ripped Burger King in a long
It's
time.
not.
Burger
they call
King
it
kind of
something.
sucks.
Yeah.
No,
B-
you're wrong.
the BK Lounge can hit. If
I
you're-
disagree completely.
You like
I mean,
Burger King over McDonald's?
That's your worst take, I think.
I fucking love Stein. That's so funny. This fucking insane guy saying like he prefers Burger King over McDonald's. He's like, that's your worst take. That's so fucking holy shit. Again, peace and love to them, but they could have come into this much more prepared. But unfortunately, they didn't. I think what happened actually, before the fact, was that they had like one connection be like, yo, dude, we could get Netanyahu right now in America and do a fucking episode. That'd be sick. And then they did it. I mean, I promise you, if you give like Kyle and Steiny 1 hour to like research this guy, they would disavow him. Unfortunately, I think that attention went to the head, and they went right ahead with it from the episode. When reality, the worst case scenario happened right now, where nobody liked this at all. If I could check the dislike ratio, it would be much bigger than 32K. Because again, you can see the dislikes, right? But if you go down to the comments, the top one is shitting on them. And how much did they get? 38K likes, just saying, this was pitched to Netanyahu like this. Don't worry, these guys are idiots. You can use the platform to push whatever propaganda you want, and they won't push back on anything. That's a bit mean, but again, there is some truth in that, where they barely push back on anything. Look, it's all shitting on him. Nobody likes it at all. Oh my god. Again, there's nothing wrong with, I mean, hold on, there's quite a lot wrong with, someone like the Nelk boys interviewing Netanyahu. Because why would, I mean, you can interview like, boxers, UFC stars, fucking NBA players, that's sick. But why politicians, whatever. Again, so that was a whole story by itself. Then the next day, or the following hour, they did like damage control, where they brought on like, political streamers to like help them out. And they brought on, look this, they brought on Hassan, Sneeko, Nick Fuentes, and from all these people, like a huge variety of like political streamers, nobody liked this. They all shat on them. They criticized them for this. That's fucking insane to me. So they fucked up by rushing this podcast, clearly with no research at all, no prep time, and furthermore, their friends, more like Hassan and Sneeko. I'm not sure if Nick is close to Steiny or Kyle, but yeah, both of them, right? They completely criticized them for this. They weren't happy with it at all. It's so sad again, because I could peace and love to Kyle and Steiny, but again, I think if there's one branch of like people, of like famous people to interview, it shouldn't be politicians. Because with a side like that, with someone like Netanyahu on the far deep end, yeah, there could be like no research you could do actually, to get ready for this. So they even interviewed him, but worst of all, with nothing prepared at all, to like push insane shit on that episode that nobody liked. You should probably do some research for it, just saying. And to wrap this up, I mean, like normally, like I don't care like stories about this, was very depressing, like just about politics, because it's boring in my opinion. But like you make this story more insane around the end. Kyle did a stream on Kick who explained it, and there's one insane story detail that just it makes sense, right? But it makes like the whole thing more shocking. Where he revealed that there were people like in the actual like in that fucking room, like giving him a script for him and Steiny, on what to ask Netanyahu. That's insane. So like even beforehand, right, they had no research, but worst of all, they had people from like, the White House or wherever, or with Netanyahu, gave them a script to make this thing, much easier, to make it like a propaganda, whatever. That's fucking insane. To be fair to Kyle, right, he did say at some point, they didn't really stick close to the script. But even then, with that kind of like preparation from their side, yeah, like it was doomed from the start.
So we walked in, and there was just like 20 people in suits there.
Yeah.
The setup was already there. Both flags. We couldn't touch anything or move anything.
And they don't give you any restrictions like don't ask this.
I'll be honest. They gave us a paper with questions to ask, but they also said they kind of they gave us a script to ask, but we didn't really follow it.
Yeah.
We tried our very best to ask some questions, but I think
personally I like the questions you ask to him.
I mean, okay, to go back to the question of, Burger King or McDonald's, I do have to agree with the war criminal. Burger King is better, in my opinion. Just saying.
It was tough, but with a guy like that, I just wasn't really educated on the subject, you know.
There we go. And even on the same stream, right? He made like a semi apology, you know, being like, listen, I have no hate in my heart. I love everyone. But like even this part where he's apologizing for it, he's giving no concession. Like if you fuck up this badly, the first thing you should do, right, is listen to your peers and apologize online. Cause do you really want to stand with that guy? Fuck no, never.
I wish we could go back in time and fucking grill him 1,000 times harder. And we just went in there fucking unequipped to fucking interview him. And that's the honest truth. So,
Also, again, real quick, this like statement could have done better if you weren't live streaming it, chewing gum. Yeah, you know, we fucked up, yeah, but like, you know, we're Nelk boys, we full send. It's so comedic. Again,
but there's nothing you can
love
do,
the
guys.
Nelk boys.
I know it's in my heart. I mean, we have a lot of Muslim friends. We've been to fucking Dagestan. We all know what's in our hearts. We don't hate anybody. We're not taking sides in this shit. We love everybody. I'm sleeping great because I know how I actually feel on the inside. So, and I know a lot of you guys are fucking, and this is not an apology. This is just, we fucking walked in there and we weren't fucking ready for it, man. And we walked in there uneducated. And I can admit that. But life goes on. There's nothing you could do. Next week on the podcast, shout out to my friend Ali, who manages like Khabib, Islam, and all them. We had a long conversation.
As well, apparently they're claiming, both Kyle and Siny, that they bring on like a Muslim person, you know, to help them out, maybe. That would be interesting to see, I'm gonna admit. So okay, broad line, I love the Nelk boys, but I feel like they fucked up severely here. I don't feel like, you know, that podcast episode came from like a place of hate for Muslims. No. I think like they had one connection with Netanyahu. They were like, yo, we need an episode with him. That would be insane. The Israeli Prime Minister? Hell yeah. And again, if they had some prep time, some research on him, they would have not touched him at all. But again, unfortunately, right, the reality is they made an hour-long podcast, you know, which is like, they weren't glazing him, right, but like, they were giving him full freedom on a podcast, right, with how many views? About 1 million and 200, nearly 300,000. My God. So again, if you guys, I love the Nelk boys, but I think the best thing right now is, you know, to apologize better than that clip and, you know, fully like remedy this, you know, like bring on like some other person or a much better person than that guy. That would be the best in my mind. Just saying. Peace and love.
¿Te gusta ver vídeos divertidos de Azul?